Ahoy everyone, and welcome to Rule the Waves 2, version 1.11, I believe we are on right now. Now, this is not going to be a usual Rule the Waves 2 playthrough. This is going to be a succession game. So, I am going to be playing 4 years of the game, and then I'm going to be pushing it on the save file onto the next person, who will push it onto the next person, who will push it onto the next person, and so on and so forth. To keep things easy in terms of a continuous watching experience, there'll be a link to the grand playthrough in the description below, and a list of all the players as well, so you can know who is playing in what order, and if you click on the link for the playthrough, you'll be able to see everybody's episodes in order there. And one of the rules for this is that I was not allowed to generate a legacy fleet on my own. So I am stuck with whatever the game has given me. I have not looked these ships over yet, but I can already see that there's a plethora of classes. Here, let's sort this by class to make it easy for me. Okay, well, at least for destroyers, I'm a little... it's a little easier than the last time I tried, because I was playing this yesterday off screen a little bit, just to kind of see what would happen. It gave me 6 different classes of destroyers last time. We only have 1 this time, which is good. So 28 knots, 500 tons. We've got a couple guns and some above water torpedo tubes, centerline mounts. That will be useful enough for a short period of time. You know, this is actually a lot better. We only have 1 class of pre-dreadnoughts. No, we have 2. So let's see. We've got 4 12-inch guns, pretty standard. 16 6-inch guns and 8 double turrets. I mean, I like the configuration, but at this stage of the game, these are going to have pretty bad reload and accuracy penalties, I believe. 19 knots, though. Let's see. Down here, we have another one. Still 19 knots. 4 12-inch guns, same main armament, same speed. 6 12-inch guns in probably just casements along the sides, and a couple 4-inch guns. So a little bit more of a standard design. This one is a much more of a standard pre-dreadnought design. Would probably be more effective right now. This one probably will have a lengthier lifespan, depending. It seems like it will be a better potential for upgrades in the future rather than just getting chucked. All right, we've got 1 class of heavy cruiser and just 2 ships in them. Oof. 8 6-inch guns. So we got 4 and a half turret and then 2 wing turrets. Interesting design. And then a bunch of 3-inchers. Not too bad. 22 knots. And we've got just 2 classes of light cruisers. So we've got the Svetlana here. Smaller and faster. 8 6-inch guns. 10 3-inch guns. And then we've got the Vesta here. Larger but slower. 10 6-inch guns. Interesting. Wow, that's an interesting configuration there. So that's 2 there, 2 there. I see 2 here, 1 on each side. Interesting. Kind of like this design. But anywho, we've looked over the design. Oh, wait, no, we got more destroyers down here too. So these destroyers are smaller and are short range, it looks like. I believe that's what SA means. I think the S... I can't remember. Oh, it's been months since I've played this. I can't remember what all the codes mean. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. But anyway, there are a couple small destroyers. They'll either blow up or get scrapped pretty quickly. All right, so research. Let's crank our research up to max. And as the Ruskies... Oof, what do I want? What do I want? What do we want to focus on right now? I think we're going to put it on high for gun tech. Usually what I like to do is if I put something on high, I'll balance it out by putting something else on low. Let's put armor development on low. One of the fun things about this is any of the decisions that I make now, I'm not immediately going to have to deal with the consequences of, because the next person in the playthrough will have to play it. I'm going to put fire control on high. And AP projectiles on low. I think that's it. We'll just change those ones. 12% of the budget goes into that. Okay, so first things first, let's sort by type so we can see this a little bit easier here. I'm immediately going to put all heavy ships into reserve. Save myself some money. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm just going to immediately get rid of these. I'm immediately going to get rid of these. I don't see me using those too terribly often. Okay, and I think we should definitely spy on the Germans. Let's put a little bit, I mean, they're right here, right? Ooh, you know what I just thought? Hang on, research. Machinery development, high. We have access to oil. Torpedo technology low. That's what we're going to do. We have access to oil. Let's not be complete derps here. If possible, let's try to get everybody some, you know, down the line, some oil technology. I think it's time to start processing turns. Wow, nothing happened. That was really anticlimactic. I was expecting something to happen. Okay, let's, for starters, let's increase the dock size. And I'm going to want to spend, we'll get a little bit of money built up, but definitely spend it. Because if you get too much money, they'll just say, hey, you don't need it anymore. And we'll get rid of your budget there. Oh, intelligence report, U.S. is rumored to have increased naval expenditures. Oh God, delayed construction of the Gangut. I forgot to check. What are we building? Ships under construction. Okay, so we've got... Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. 3 more heavy cruisers and 2 more of these kind of lesser pre-dreadnoughts here. Oh yeah, and a lot of money's going into that. I think what we're going to do is process a couple turns to get a couple funds in the bank here. Building an 11-inch coastal battery in East Prussia. You know what? How much does it? 12-inch coastal battery? I'm gonna build a fucking 12-inch coastal battery in the Baltic states. You want to build? You're gonna build an 11-inch coastal battery? I'm gonna build 12-inch coastal battery. I know that's. You know what? I'm also going to go ahead because the coastal battery is actually pretty useful in terms of mine laying. I'm gonna put a 8-inch battery in Finland. And I'm not going to go crazy on this. I'm going to put one in... I'm really more interested in the east than the west. And I'll give the Baltic states an 8-incher as well. Problems at delivery have delayed the construction of the Gangut. Unexplained delays are affecting the building of the Varyag. Oh boy, Russia! I forgot what it's like to play Russia. You've got like an undeveloped shipbuilding industry, so yep. You know what? Screw it. All ships except my destroyers are going into the reserve fleet right now. Save up so we can start immediately putting as much money as possible into our... Nothing's happening. Intelligence report, Germany is rumored that Germany has halted construction of a cruiser due to financial difficulties. Japan ordered the Hatsuse. There we go. In a British shipyard. I kind of don't want to do any construction until we get at least some... I don't want to lay anything down at all until I get a little bit of technology. Man, I'm not going to have a lot of time. Oh, geez, 4 years. If I don't get involved in a war, like, super early, I'm going to be able to rip through 4 years in 1 or 2 episodes. Reports that we discovered exciting new research in the area of submarines. U.S. commissioned the light cruiser, or the protected cruiser at this point, the Minneapolis. Let's see. Great Britain configured a heavy cruiser, light cruiser, and France commissioned a light cruiser as well. I think what we'll probably end up doing, well, we've got... I wish it would organize these better, like by type and then by class, so they'd all be stuck together. there's nothing wrong with these protected cruisers. This one's going to be less useful than the others, definitely. Those double turrets, and these heavy cruisers are honestly pretty lightly armed. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these and 4 of these. Hey, coincidence rangefinders. Oh! Oh, that is extremely interesting. 6-inch guns are probably my favorite caliber of gun in this game. I put them on nearly every single ship that I build. 6-inch guns are almost always my primary armament on my light cruisers, usually just a few of them. They're almost always on my heavy cruisers, and they are definitely always on my battleships as secondary or tertiary armament. That is very interesting. Improved quality 6-inch guns just 10 months into the game. Oh boy. I love it. How much money? We don't have much money in the bank still. I want to keep a little bit. Finished construction of our 8-inch coastal battery in Finland and the one in the Baltic states as well. Improved surface condensers, weight saving on machinery. Those percentage points may not seem like a lot, but they add up. All right. There's our coastal batteries, heavy cruisers coming off. France commissioned a heavy cruiser. Germany has invented Krupp armor. I think what we're going to do is process just to the end of the... hey, there's our heavy cruiser. Let's say process just to the end of this first year here. And then we might start actually ripping out the guns on some of these ships. And replacing them. So I'm thinking that... here, let's grab every single one of these light cruisers. Rebuild the ship. Oh, I forgot how to do this. Open design for rebuild. And I don't know why this has never worked, but if you go like this, you're good to go. Not sure where the issue with the weight is coming from. It would only take 3 months to rebuild these, but the problem is I'm going to need to fix that weight issue. And changing anything to get that weight issue. So, also, what the fuck? What am I looking at here? If I just remove these, it's not going to change. Oh. You know what? That is... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's no guns in these turrets, but there's still turrets on the designs. What the fuck? Oh, that's gotta be a bug, right? No wonder I couldn't find them on the hull. They were just like... Someone just installed the gun shields, but then never put the guns in them. Oh my god, that's silly. That gives me a remaining weight of 400 tons. Oh, man. But, oh god. And just ripping those out. Can I give it another... Oh, yeah. That's not... Okay. I usually like to have 2 fire control positions on any ship at any given time. Yeah, changing the ammo storage. I think this is a bug, too. Changing the ammo storage changed the monthly cost down by a huge percentage, but then tripled the build time. Here, let's close this out, and let's try that again. Yeah, so that's definitely an issue. Delete. They're taking up 78 tons apiece. They're not actually doing anything, because there's no guns in them. I think we might just do this. I would love to, because increasing the ammo storage would be ideal, but it would really mess up the time construction. Right now, the best thing to do, I think, would just be to rip out the old guns and put in new ones, and not worry about anything else yet. And I think in theory... How much would this cost? Because I'm pretty sure, in theory, 2 inches... If you have less than 2 inches of armor, like, all the way around, it's technically a gun shield. But if you have at least 2 inches of armor all around on a turret, you're good. No wonder these light cruisers... Well, at least for me, these light cruiser, protected cruiser, they seemed so freaking huge. It's because yeah, that's definitely not right. Guns without guns in them. Alright, well, I'm glad I found that. Alright, let's see. Oh, what the fuck? Is that really going to cost that much? Okay, we're just going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, unused displacement. It's not legal because there's so much unused displacement, mother bitcher. Oh, and you know what? They have a design speed of 23 knots. But none of them are off by 2 whole knots. Oh my god. Placing the machinery is expensive as shit. And that's too much money to spend on a light cruiser. I gotta check, and unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to revert back to... Yeah, the only way to revert is to do this. Alright, so... What we're just going to do is... Yeah, you can see, like, spots for the guns. There's no guns in them. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to put in another fire control position. And yeah, it's fine. I'll give those turrets the tops. It's only 4 months. It's only 4 months. All right, so... Oh, no, it's going to say it's illegal. Fuck me. Give it just way more ammo. And cram it full of 3-inch secondaries. I don't know if I believe these numbers are accurate. Because that went... When I added more stuff on, the numbers went down. I just have to spend the weight somewhere. Replacing the machinery would cost thousands. I'm gonna... This is legal now, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. See what... So it says 12 months at about 400 a pop. So if we actually do this... And then go to ships under construction. No, that was an accurate number. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll go to these ones. Open design for rebuild. Rip these out. Put them back. Okay, there's actually guns in all of these turrets. That's a step in the right direction. It already has 2 fire control positions. It's got guns all over the place, which I like. I don't think I need to change anything else. Okay, we're going to go ahead and save this design as well. And rebuild these light cruisers as well. Monthly balance 0. There's no way. There's the 12-inch coastal battery. Eternal upheaval in Norway. If we play our cards right, we could add... Oh my god, please, 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 please. Please, please. It would be absolutely astonishing if in my first run with this game, I managed to freaking get Norway into our sphere of influence. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Spiraled out of control. Local warlord has taken over as president. I love the idea of a Norwegian warlord. You just a Viking? Gradual natural rate of fire improvement for our hydraulic recoil turrets. A lot happened. I'm not too worried about the commissionings, but I am interested in the intelligence report. Improved surface condenser, those are the engines, and hydraulic recoil as well. Okay, so... Yeah, these are going to start popping off. Let's take a look at our heavy cruisers. They all have 6-inch guns, too, as well. Yep. It's all the same class. And there's our new pre-dreadnought. Relations with the U.S. take a sudden turn for the worse. What do? You gonna sail all the way over here? What do you do? Oh, it's 1901. Yeah, they could definitely do that. During a coordination review, there's been a collision between one of our ships and a ship from Austria-Hungary. The accident was a result of clumsy maneuvering by the ill-trained... Oh yeah, it's definitely Austria-Hungary's fault. They named a ship the Habsburg. Oh, that's gotta be funny looking ship. Let's see. Do we have one more? I'm gonna wait for this heavy cruiser to pop off before I start a rebuild on any of the other ones. Maybe. Hang on. What are the secondaries on these guys? 6-inch guns and 6-inch guns. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and there's that first run. Our science report, they've discovered an exciting new research area of fleet tactics. Great Britain is spending 10% of their naval budget on research. That's less than mine. The British have 7-inch guns, have better performance than ours. Ours are -1, so that's not a big shocker. Unknown nation has stolen secrets from us. You know what? Let's start. Let's get a little bit of it on everybody there. Let's get a little bit of it on everybody. And is it 2 more months for that guy to pop off? It is. We got a lot of money to spend. And there's no more of these bad boys coming off. So what we'll do is we'll go to Oof. I'm not too interested in the smaller ones. I'm more interested in keeping these ones alive longer. So open design for rebuild. And huh. Can't, huh. Color me confused. Built in a yard in France. France isn't it? Local yard. How is it? Oh, you know why? But still, what the fuck? Is the game making illegal designs? Is that legal? Because how is it 300 tons overweight when all I've done is, hang on, is it 300 tons overweight right at the start? Yeah, it's 300 tons overweight right at the start. What the fuck? Okay. I can't make this thing slower. That means I'm not going to be able to rebuild these easily. I have to start spending this money. Because we got a lot of money sitting around now. Okay, spend some right there. Do we have access to subs? No. The destroyers are fine. Nothing's really changed in terms of... well, these are the smaller ones. Let's take a look at what these look like. Open design for rebuild. And they're 300 tons over... 200 tons overweight. They're overweight without having touched them. And I'm pretty sure what'll happen is if I go like this, tell them to replace the guns. Narrow belt ship is overweight. Wow, these have a narrow belt too. Ugh. I can make a bigger one. It's gonna take a year to build that. It's 1901. And there's our heavy cruiser. Acquire the knowledge of Krupp armor from Germany. And heavy secondary batteries. Enables secondary guns heavier than 7 inches in casements or single turrets. Okay, so that's an interesting one too, because early in the game, a heavy secondary battery is very useful. It also makes your ships prone to exploding. Generally, you don't want your ships kerploding too badly. Look at all that money. Yeah, because we're not building anything right now. But what we're going to do is take these heavy cruisers, open design for fuck them. What the fuck? How? How? The problem is that changing anything else is going to greatly affect the build time. That's not a lot of weight, though. And clear out the delete mounts. Alright, that'll do it. It's okay, I have the money. Take the torpedo mounts off the heavy cruisers. They're underwater tubes. They probably wouldn't get any use anyway. Main guns less than 9 inches in caliber, yeah. So what I'm going to do is rebuild all of the heavy cruisers. Or the armored cruisers like this. It's only going to take 4 months, right? 4 months a pop. I think what would be good is if we actually designed a armored cruiser that is a little more like an armored cruiser. The armored cruisers we have right now, the ones that the game designed for us, are pretty paltry in their capabilities. So what I'm going to do, let's start at, say, 10,000 tons. Still pretty big for an armored cruiser at this time. 22 knots, I think, is pretty good. It is 1,500 tons overweight, given what we have. I'm going to clear out the mounts. Probably not going to end up using those. We've got 10-inch guns here. I think... 9 with, yeah. So we're going to want to keep it at 9-inch guns. Yeah, the ship is seriously overweight to avoid that that issue. We've got. I don't think I want gun turrets on here. Casements will be fine. Knock that down to a dozen. That's still six per side. Tertiary guns. Let's knock that down to a more manageable number. And oof, that puts us 1,100 tons overweight. Knock the secondaries down to 2 inches. Belt extended down to 2 inches. Engine priority. I think speed is the ones that are lighter. 4 inches on the belt. Okay, so can I go to, what if I wanted to, 11,000 tons? It's still, God. 1,000, it's 1,600 ducats a month for 28 months to build that. That's a nice heavy cruiser, though. That's an actual heavy cruiser. It's not just a fat light cruiser. It's an actual armored cruiser. Take the deck extended off. It probably would never get used. That'll allow me to keep the engine priority on normal. Or I could put it on speed and knock the displacement down. I was really hoping to have it. God damn it. Let's reduce the number of secondaries to 8. Trying to keep this manageable. But I'm trying to keep it manageable and keep that speed. I don't want it less than 22 knots. Well, it could be 10,500 tons. It's not too bad. It's a pretty good armored cruiser. I don't think I'm missing anything. And because this is probably... yeah, we'll just... I'm probably going to lay something else down, too. So let's go ahead and save this one. Save that design. And continue on. The Gangut finished her working up. One of our agents has been caught in Japan. Yeah, make him a hero. Increased naval spending. Yeah, it's Great Britain. Gangut. Let's see. Rumors scientists have trouble working up the principles of face hardening. Inventive. French have hardened AP penetrators. Now, most of these will have been put back on active fleet, so we'll put them on reserve to save money. Let's see. The new Naval Secretary read a book on naval strategy extorting cruiser warfare. He wants you to build at least 8 additional cruisers. Oh, fuck me. I'll give you half that. And it'll probably say 5. Must have 5 heavy cruisers or light cruisers building. Woof. And the new heavy cruiser is ready for construction. Okay. We do not need 5 new heavy cruisers. That's way too much money to spend on early heavy cruisers. I'll build 3. And can I put in some... which was the... Oof. We don't get the rebuild design, do we, if we do this? And I can't remember which one of these is the one I liked more. Hang on. Which one? We got the Svetlana? The Svetlana is the one I liked more. So we'll build 2 more Svetlanas. Just to hit the build requirements here. And there's the reconstructions. A colonial crisis with Austria-Hungary has arisen. You were asked for recommendations. What's my advice? We must safeguard our interest, even if it leads to war. Avoid a war. Not ready for a war. Well, obviously, we're going to poke the bear. Okay, so... These guys just finished their reconstruction. Their primary armaments were redoodled. And again, we'll keep these on reserve fleet. Oh, and we are just a little over on time here, so I'll probably get another episode out of this before I have to pass on the save file. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've been enjoying, and I will see you next time.